C-SPAN, powered by cable.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Secretary Travis Ward of the Department of Defense, and to the right of me is my Deputy Secretary, Anthony Hudson, and we'll be conducting a press conference today regarding multiple topics. The first one will be the future of the Defense Department. Second one will be the current status of the department and our publicly disclosed operations currently, developing situation in Syria, and the last one will be my first departmental order that will take effect on Friday, I believe. So the first topic will be the future of the Defense Department. So my current plans as for the future of the Defense Department is to have an active combatant command and then eventually have all of our branches activated and actively doing something. I've been in contact with some Milsim communities. I'm trying to get the Department of Defense officially involved in certain Milsim communities so we can have an active military and we actually do stuff here within the department besides political affairs. The current status of our military, right now the only real operational branch will be our United States Space Force. And so far, high levels of the United States Navy, and that's about it. But of course, we are looking to expand that, and we are looking to expand our operations here at the DoD so we can provide the nation with an active military. Now, in saying that, we also hope to get in contact with the Secretary of State of a time frame of when we are going to join a United Nations. And I suspect that when we join a UN, that's when we'll begin to ramp up our intelligence activities and ramp up our day-to-day operations within other countries, such as Iran. Other than that, there's nothing really more to report on the future of this department. I would just like to make a note that it is going to be very active within the future, depending on how stable the American community is as a whole. I do plan to have an active combatant command staff, an active military branch, and active special operations / intelligence initiatives. So the American people can look forward to that. You can look forward to seeing that from the Defense Department. Moving on to our second topic will be the current status of the department and our publicly disclosed operations. So far right now, the only operation that we have disclosed is the current rescue and recovery operations in Hawaii following the disastrous wildfire that's taken place. I'm sure that the media organizations and anybody else has read our press release that we released on that we have released on that we released yesterday, actually. No, on the 15th, I'm sorry. We released on the 15th regarding the Defense Department assisting Hawaii as the wildfire continues. Right now, that is our only known operation going on, and right now I have activated the Army National Guard within the state as mentioned in the press release. And so far, that's the only military activities going on within the Defense Department at this time. I have launched an intelligence initiative for our other Milsim communities that we plan to be a part of. But further information on that will be confidential at this time until I'm ready to present the public with more information on what Milsim community that we plan to be attaching to and what we plan to do. And questions will be at the end if anybody has any questions. All right, and moving on to our third topic, developing situation in Syria. All I can say is that the Defense Department is monitoring the situation, and that we are hopeful that the Department of State comes to a peaceful resolution to the development situation in Syria. But again, we're monitoring the situation, and that's all I can share with the public at this time. And moving forward to my first departmental order, that will take effect on Friday. It has not been posted yet, so this is our first public disclosure on the order. So within the order, I hereby order that the United States Army, the United States Navy, United States Air Force, branches to be shut down, with the exception of a few units such as the Army National Guard, the Air National Guard, and the Navy Reserve. So, and then I made this order so I can present the public with our current plan within the DoD. Our current plan is to first establish a National Guard, right? Because when the DC game released, we're going to need a DC National Guard. So therefore, this order will basically instruct the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and other military leadership to shut down all their operations except key leadership components and the National Guard components. Because I'm sure, as we can all agree, the National Guard is basically the backbone of the military. They support domestic and foreign operations, which I see that it is our best interest to establish the National Guard first, rather than working on our military branches. Now, this idea did not come from me or my office. This came from a former combatant commander within this nation, and he is formally retired now. So I just want to give credit to him. His name is Ray Williams. He was the combatant commander of the United States Northern Command. Following this, I will also be releasing a detailed phase plan on how we will carry out the shutdown of these branches and how we are shifting our focus to National Guard components only and military leadership components. I'm sure, as you all are aware, the DoD is looking for a chief of the National Guard Bureau. So if you are interested, you may email me or any member of my staff, and we'll gladly assist you within the vetting process and the nomination process. And we do need a director for the Army National Guard and director for the Air Force National Guard. So we're looking for those positions as well. And then once we have those positions filled, we can start releasing recruitment ads for our National Guard components. And that is the current plan that we face for the DoD in my departmental order. I will now move on to questions. Does anybody have any questions? You may raise your hand now. All right. We'll see if we have no questions. That will conclude the press conference for today. I do plan to host another one next month, giving you all an update on the Department of Defense. Thank you for attending.
C-SPAN, powered by cable.